exactly because there was to understand exactly because there was conflicting information being put out there. In fact, your colleague Tinawo Tamba was following his tweets today, and he was explaining blow by blow what this actually means for the viewer, for the man on the street who doesn't understand the implications and why you voted against this budget. Can you please break it down for me?
Well, the budget is governed by a money bill, and the Money Bill Act was not followed to the latter, to an extent that the Finance Committee had two roles to play: to adopt the fiscal framework and budget proposal, or to amend. And neither of the two happened. The 8.84 of the Money Bill dictates that you should be able to say, as a committee, we adopt the fiscal framework and budget proposal. That did not happen. Even if you go into the recordings of that meeting, it didn't transpire. Therefore, they did not meet the requirement. There is nothing in the Money Bills Act that suggests that you can make recommendations. Whatever recommendations that came with Action SA is political maneuvering, is political thuggerism, to create an impression that something is going to happen when nothing is going to happen. If he comes after 30 days and he says, I couldn't find that money, I'm continuing with VAT, what recourse do we have? We don't have any other recourse. We don't adopt the budget twice. It is done now. VAT is going to be increased. The ANC allowed it. The Action SA allowed it. The IFP allowed it. The poor of the poorest are going to suffer. And that's why, as the EFF, we oppose that which is going to put more burden on the poor of the poorest. So the other point is that we wanted to demonstrate what we have said since the constitution of the GNU, that there is nothing called the GNU. You have all seen it collapsing in front of the whole society today. We said this will not last for a year. Today, everybody saw what we have been speaking about. So we are happy that we're able to demonstrate in action that there is nothing common about so-called government of national unity.
Thank you for your time.
And because of the power in the Constitution and the Money Bills Act, gives Parliament the power to amend bad budgets. And yesterday we had the chance and almost the numbers to amend a bad budget. We could have fulfilled our constitutional duty to do so, to protect South Africans, to protect them from a budget that includes VAT increases, that doesn't move the needle enough for an efficient government that creates jobs and grows the economy. And that chance was spectacularly squandered. It was squandered by Action SA, the IFP, and the ANC, who voted on a version of a report which only came into existence hours after the meeting and the voting had concluded. Now, sure, supporters of this April Fool's Day farce are very quick to point out while they accepted the fiscal framework, they're making recommendations to relook at tax increases. Madam Speaker, the archives are full of reports with ignored recommendations. Why don't we ask the Auditor General how delinquent ANC local governments across the country respond to their recommendations year after year? Why don't we ask those who worked on the Zondo Commission what they think the effect of their recommendations has been? After all, the Zondo Commission detailed how the Honourable Joe Moswangani was complicit in state capture. Yet that honourable member is here with us today. He spoke just earlier. And he chaired the farcical, procedurally flawed meeting yesterday. Reports in the hands of ANC-led governments mean nothing. Let me be specific. Action SA took the votes it received from market-friendly and centre-right South Africans and sold them out to support the framework for what? We'll pursue an efficient government, growth and jobs, and vote firmly against this farce of a report. We reject it with the content it deserves.
We reject you.
It's not worth the paper it was printed on.
The Deputy President chaired a committee where we were looking at alternatives. The DA proposals were no bracket creep. That's the DA proposal. No bracket creep, increase, no tax, medical taxes, nothing. We have accepted their proposal. Today, they've got the audacity to stand up and say they don't want bracket creep. It's a lie. It's a lie. What does that mean? I mean, let's be fair, let's debate honestly and disagree honestly. We accept genuine disagreements. It's in the nature of a robust debate. I think this budget has produced that robust debate. But let's make sure that the debate is robust. Don't base it on lies. As I conclude, Honorable Chair, as for the GNU, I don't think you can vote against a budget and tomorrow you want to go and be part of its implementation. It can't be. It can't be. We've got to draw a line on that point. I thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Speaker, I just want to check welcome player with the minister. The allegation that there's a child missing, and then is the one that is suspected. I want to check with the minister. Is he aware of that? He is supposed to be arrested for that?
Honourable member, that is out of order. Minister, please proceed.
You know, Speaker, I'm sitting there being very proud of myself because I am containing myself. I'm being given economic lessons by people that has never given nobody a job, never opened a business, while I've given thousands of people a job. I've opened plenty of businesses. In conclusion, Speaker, I just want to conclude by saying 5 minutes before this hearing, I was the one running around saying to people, we can't lose the DA. We must convince the DA to remain. I'm standing here today to say, Abahambe.
The ANC allowed it, the XNSA allowed it, the IFP allowed it. The poor of the poorest are going to suffer. And that's why, as the EFF, we oppose that which is going to put more burden on the poor of the poorest. So the other point is that we wanted to demonstrate what we have said since the constitution of the GNU, that there is nothing called the GNU. You have all seen it collapsing in front of the whole society today. We said this will not last for a year. Today, everybody saw what we have been speaking about. So we are happy that we're able to demonstrate in action that there is nothing common about so-called government of national unity.
Thank you for your time.